Hi everyone, welcome back. We're Rugby for Days. My name is Stefan and this is Daniel. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We appreciate your time and your attention to this video. In today's video, we're going to discuss the bracket game that you can find on rugbyworldcup.com and also on the app, the mobile app on Android on iOS. And we're going to literally predict who's going to win the World Cup in this video, or from our side, of course, our personal preference of this. So I know we're very eager to get into this. I'm just quickly going to do it on the tablet and just explain why I think the teams are going through, and also then who's going to win in the final and so on. So let's quickly jump into it. So of course, Pool A, Japan, Ireland, Scotland, Samoa, Russia. I think it's going to be Ireland, and Japan's going to be top of the log. I actually think that's going to happen, and then Ireland's going to be second. I know you're going to be very eager to pick your own one. So Daniel is very interested in this game. So of course New Zealand first, then South Africa second in Pool B. That's I think it's going to end up. Pool C, England, France, and Argentina. Argentina are playing a very good World Cup. Personally, that I agree. You okay, Daniel?
I just want to mention that this already the World Cup has already started, so this isn't something new from the beginning start. So we already, like, Wales Fiji's playing, it's half time there now. So this is not something we did pre-World Cup. This is this is based on what we think is going to happen in the next few games. So you can you can make the deduction that who's going to win based on this picks as well.
Yes.
Just to mention that whilst Thunder is busy there, that's what's going to happen and stuff.
That I agree. So of course England are going to top the Pool C, and then France second, and I think Pool D it's going to be Wales and then Australia second. So that for me is the pools, which I think is going to go through. Then of course in the quarterfinals, England will play Australia, which is going to be the first quarterfinals. I think England's going to win, so I'm going to pick that one. New Zealand against Ireland in the second quarterfinal, which would be a phenomenal game. I'm actually going to back Ireland for the main fact that Ireland was one of the few teams that could beat New Zealand at their top. Or you can also debate it was a fluke win back when they played in
Mr. Kryptonite.
But I hope for the Kryptonite, so I'm gonna back Ireland, of course. Then I'm gonna, between the quarterfinal and the third one, it's gonna be Wales, France. I'm gonna back Wales. You're really laughing. And then of course Japan is playing in South Africa in the fourth quarterfinal game. I'm gonna back South Africa. Our redemption plan for 2050. So that's gonna be my pick for that game. So then semis and the semi-final, of course, there's gonna be two games playing. It's gonna be England, Ireland. Now this is gonna be tough because Ireland, got a W against Wales 2 weeks in a row before the World Cup. But I'm actually going to back England in that game. Narrow victory. And then Wales, South Africa. I'm going to back South Africa, of course, my home team. I'm going to back them.
Regarding the Namibia jersey.
Yes, of course. But this is for the support. Just getting it out there.
The other African nations.
Yes, of course. We need to love them. Love your neighbor. Okay. And then it's going to be the final. England, South Africa. 2007 all over again, and I'm gonna back South Africa once again to beat England in the final. Now this is my first pick, which I think that what's gonna happen. I want to just alternate one simple thing, and this is just gonna explain if my picks isn't right. Okay, so if my first pick is South Africa winning the World Cup, if we can progress like I said, but if Ireland can't do the job against New Zealand, and New Zealand beats Ireland, which is going to be a tough game. Like I'm going to be probably glued to that TV to see what's going to happen.
Tight.
It's going to be a tight game.
Be a good one.
So if New Zealand beats Ireland in the quarters, the second game, which would be England, New Zealand in the semis, I would back New Zealand then. And if we meet them in the final, I actually think New Zealand will win.
Making it the third in a row.
Make it the third in the row. And that is my prediction. So it all depends on Ireland, New Zealand in the quarterfinals. Okay, you can just scroll to the top. Okay. This is a very good simulation. Getting through the end of the pool stages, also going to the quarter. So kick it off, Daniel.
Okay,
What do you
so
think?
I agree with your Pool A, Japan and Ireland. Japan ending first, Ireland second due to the loss of Japan.
Okay.
Then South Africa versus New Zealand, I agree. South Africa second, New Zealand first, because we can't technically end first anymore. Then England versus France. England will. I see that England. England will probably. I think France will end first. That's the only thing I'll change here. I think France will actually get a narrow victory over England in the last game. It's going to be close. I don't think England's gonna get through. I'm going to make a bold statement there. Then
Okay.
Wales will finish first against Australia. I agree.
Okay.
Then France will beat Australia in
Okay.
their first quarterfinal.
Yes.
We'll be trying to live stream the quarterfinals and the semi-finals,
Yes.
so please stay tuned and check that out.
Yes.
That's going to be interesting. We're going to try something new with that. Then I'm going to back New Zealand over Ireland.
Okay.
I'm going to back England over Wales, although I like Wales a lot.
That's gonna be interesting that your picks is getting out England against Wales. And you can remember the last World Cup when England hosted, Wales actually got the W against England.
Yeah.
I can remember Prince Harry was so excited.
Yeah, because he's a ginger.
Yeah. Not for that fact.
That's not why it is, because he has Wales.
Yeah.
Like this. So then South Africa beating Japan, obviously.
Okay.
Then we have a two finals rematch. So it will be France versus New Zealand,
Okay.
which will be very interesting for me, which I would like to see.
Yes.
And I would like France to beat New Zealand there.
Okay.
Then we have the other final reenactment of
2007.
England being South Africa.
Yeah.
And I hate to do this, but I'm gonna go England.
England's gonna beat them. Okay.
And then
So-
the final,
England.
I want
France.
France to win their first final.
Okay.
Predicted winner France.
Okay.
But now,
So that's your first.
That's my first.
That's your first
my
one,
first.
okay.
That's all I want to happen.
Okay.
And obviously, I want South Africa to win, but let's be realistic that this is the bracket game
Yes.
of playing if it lies out like this. But if I go back to the pool stages, and I put England first, which would probably happen, but I still want France to win.
Okay.
That changes everything, because now England plays Australia in the semi. That's what you got as well.
Yes.
So I back England as well. Then New Zealand beats Ireland, and then I pick France still to beat Wales. So Wales won't go further than the quarters like every other year.
Okay.
So then South Africa beating Japan once again. Then England will beat New Zealand in the semi-final. And then South Africa will beat France in the other semi-final.
Ah.
And then it is once again England versus South Africa. And I back South Africa to beat them.
Okay, so the second bracket, which is probably the more probable bracket for Wales, is it Wales or England ending in their pool stages on top? Then we would see England playing New Zealand in the semis. Okay, now look, this is a much anticipated game. Since Eddie Jones has been taking over England, like there's this whole speculation, is England better than New Zealand? You know, and if they ever met the two heavyweights, who will win? You know.
I solely base this pick on the time that England beat New Zealand 30-something in England, and the reason why is Tuilagi had a ball of a game.
Yes.
And he's back, looking good, looking sharp, looking great. Farrell, don't like him, still a great player.
Yeah.
Ford, don't like him, still a great player.
Yes.
Daly, love him, great
Yeah.
player. Johnny May, don't like his face, good finisher.
Good finisher.
So you know,
Yes.
there's just something about England that they will be able to convert something. And I think Eddie Jones, as you said, he's the X factor in England.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that actually makes me question my final pick, South Africa, England, because Eddie Jones would want to beat South Africa.
Oh yes.
But I still think South Africa doesn't like the Pommies. And
Yes.
yeah.
Agreed. Actually.
So that is our picks for the bracket game. Please go do the bracket game
Yes.
on
The Rugby World
on the
Cup.
World Cup. Take a screenshot if you can, post it on our blog,
Yes.
comment it, link it to just
Or even
or
tweet.
just tweet it to us. Yeah, just tweet it to us. Comment on the YouTube video down below.
Yes.
Comment on our blog post as well, rugbyfordays.com, and then we'll want to hear what you guys think, what you predict. If you don't agree at all, comment down below. Tell us
Yes.
why, and then we'll see you guys in the next video.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.